Hello, my name is Timothy Leroy Sr. and I'm the creator of the Smart Money Manuscript. But Tim, what is the Smart Money Manuscript? The Smart Money Manuscript is your roadmap to financial freedom. Inside this powerful course designed to transform your financial future, I've meticulously condensed over 1,000 of my public YouTube videos into 40 highly efficient lessons that span just 2.5 hours. This course is strategically designed into 4 phases to help guide your learning in the most logical and effective way possible. Phase 1 lays the groundwork, covering essential financial literacy like budgeting, banking, and taxes. In Phase 2, you'll move beyond the basics, learning about brokerage accounts, figuring out how much you need for your own individual retirement. You learn about how to do fundamental research on companies, and you'll also learn how to conduct technical analysis by looking at stock charts. Phase 3 empowers you to build a robust portfolio and leverage your capital using advanced techniques like options and futures, and it also teaches you the importance of backtesting your strategies. Finally, Phase 4 takes a deep dive into the advanced ICT concepts, giving you a professional edge. Each lesson includes a short quiz to help solidify your understanding. By the end of this journey, you'll have the confidence and tool that you need to make intelligent investing decisions, manage your money without fear or ambiguity. So if you want to be a long-term buy and hold investor, if you want to be a swing trader, if you want to be a day trader, if you want to trade stocks, if you want to trade options, if you want to trade futures, the Smart Money Manuscript is for you for $69.99. Yes, $69.99 for all of this here.
Yeah, we hear you, and we hear the app too. Yeah, we hear you.
Check. Okay, just stop. Check. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Sound. The air just went away. How do I sound to y'all? Am I loud to y'all? Okay. On my phone, I sound good to myself on my phone. I don't know what's going, man. Windows 11. When I was looking at a video today, it's a guy that I be watching. He be like building computers and stuff, and he always talk about how Windows 11 is a dumpster fire, and he only use it's like Windows 11 Pro LBC or something. It's only one version of Windows that he used, because he said the normal Windows 11 is a dumpster fire. And when I tell you, ever since I upgraded my system to and it's got Windows 11 on it, I've been having issues every time I try to stream. Even when I stream Kashaya, man, I ain't seen Kashaya in a month of Sundays. What's going on, Kashaya? How you doing? Where you been? You still in university, or you done quituated? But Tim, why do I have to quituate? Why can't I just graduate? Y'all give it up for Kashaya in the chat, man. Give it up for Kashaya in the chat. Hey, Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. If this is your first time tuning in to Tim Rogers, man, I ain't did this in so long, I'm tripping. If this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, allow me to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say welcome. But I want to give you a nice hearty, well, thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits. If you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., a.k.a. Aranya Grande. That should be Big Spot if you know hablo español. And you're now in tune to another episode of the Intraday Price Action Recap. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. How y'all doing today, man? Shout out my brother for getting me a tendonism shirt. He flew all the way to California to go to Smokehouse Destination. What is it? Destination Smokehouse. Him and his wife flew all the way to California, and they went to Destination Smokehouse. This was probably about a week before Walt left Destination. They went there I think they went on a Saturday or a Sunday, and then like that next week he sent me a video, and it was saying that Walt had done left Destination Smokehouse. So when my brother went there, it was like the last weekend that Walt was working at Destination, and he got me this tendonism shirt. Then my first time wearing the shirt because it took him a long time to send the shirt to me, and then so I was wearing the shirt today. I went to the gym. I went to the gym. Somebody in the gym was like, "Hey, I like your shirt, man." You know what I'm saying? And then I was at Sam's. I was at Sam's Club about to get me some pizza, and a dude stopped me here like, "Hey, man," it was the dude at the gym was a black dude, and then the dude at Sam's was a white dude with his wife. It was a white dude with his wife. He was like, "Hey, man, I like your shirt, man." And I was like, "Oh yeah," and he turned around his phone, and he was on the Tendonism Instagram page. He was like, "Man, I want to go try it, man. You know he in Atlanta right now." I was like, "Yeah, I heard he's supposed to be in Atlanta doing something, checking out." He said he gonna go to different barbecue spots and make sure they got that tendonism, help him get that tendonism. He was like, "Yeah, man, I want to try." I said, "Man, my brother say that's about the best beef ribs and oxtails he ever had." He said he couldn't rock with the macaroni and cheese because it was too spicy, but he said it was some of the best beef ribs. Yeah, and I'm telling you like this. I don't know if you ever tried to cook or eat beef ribs, but it's hard to get beef ribs tender. It ain't that hard to get regular pork ribs tender. You know what I'm saying? But them beef ribs, well, it ain't hard to get the little what you call the little small ones, the little small ribs, the baby backs or whatever you call them. It ain't hard to get them tender. You know what I'm saying? But like them big old beef ribs, hard to get them tender. But yeah, he said it was that tender. He said off the bone. Yeah, he said it's off the bone, man. Shout out Walt, man. Walt that came up, man. Walt that came up. Walt, that boy done went viral. That boy, hey, ain't no turning back now. Can't nobody mess that up but him. Cause he done got in the algorithm, boy. Hey, shout out to everybody that's in here, man. If you in the Zoom, I don't know where y'all at right now. I can't even see the Zoom. Shout out to everybody in the Zoom. Lump in the Zoom. Yolanda in the Zoom. Steve in the Zoom. Seawalk in the Zoom. What's going on, Seawalk? Seawalk been MIA. Got Here to Learn to Share over there in the tube. We got Honey. What's going on, Tish? We got Kim over there in the tube. We got Kashaya, of course. I shouted out Kashaya earlier. We got Valentine over there in the tube. We got Rhonda Green. Shout out Rhonda Green, man. I've been slipping on shouting out Rhonda Green lately. I've been saying something about Rhonda Green at the end of the stream, man. Shout out Rhonda Green. If y'all didn't know, there is a certified author in the gang, man. Rhonda Green. She is the CEO of Rhonda Green LLC. if you go to runthegreen.com, right? If you go to runthegreen.com, let me share my screen. Shout out Run the Green, man. Run the Green doing big things, man. Run the Green and empowering female survivors of domestic violence, right? She what it say? She offers resources and online courses to help survivors recover. You feel me? Uh-oh, I shared the wrong thing. I need to be sure I shared it on the wrong thing. Get out of the way, Zoom. Making me share the wrong thing. Right? So if you go to runthegreen.com, you can get some more information. But the only thing I'm talking about is her books. Right? She got all kind of stuff over here. Mentorship for female survivors. Purchasing the books. She go to her website, check out runthegreen.com. That's Rhonda right there. You can't see her face that good there. This right here is AI Rhonda. That's AI Rhonda right there. The one that looked like, you know what I'm saying, looked like she running for president of the United States with the president of the United States haircut, and then the little blue political jacket. That's AI Rhonda Green. This real Rhonda Green right here, the one with the pretty blouse and the pretty smile right there, that's real Rhonda Green. That's AI Rhonda Green right there. But her books up here, you can check out her books. This right here, Before the Butterflies. This right here, hard copy. How much is your dirt worth? Rhonda said I bought this book. I don't remember. I just can take her word for it. And then this 40 questions before the first date. And then Before the Butterflies, that's the last one right there. And this is a digital download too. Y'all go support Rhonda Green, man. Now, and this is not sponsored by Rhonda Green. I just she said, don't forget she a real estate agent. She do it all. You got a real estate agent website, Rhonda? She says she a real estate agent. She do it all. If y'all need a real estate agent, I don't know what state she licensed in. Rhonda, why you ain't in the Zoom? What state are you licensed in, Rhonda? I don't know what state she licensed in. I don't see it on her website right here. And I don't feel like looking for it. If she was in the Zoom, she could tell you herself. But now, I know y'all ain't came for that, but I don't care. This is my YouTube page. So I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. You feel me? Hey, before we get into it, y'all do me a favor. Hit a like for the algorithm. And if you ain't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Share this with somebody who you think might get something out of it. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate y'all. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. We're going to jump up to the daily time frame first. Today is Tuesday, March 17th. I don't have any green on because I'm not a leprechaun and I don't get into the whole St. Patrick's Day stuff no more, right? But if you into all of that, hey, happy St. Patrick's Day to you. But we didn't get an opportunity to do a price action recap yesterday because I was dog-tired, boss, right? So I woke up at like 5:55 and I said, yep, that's not going to happen, right? So today we're going to look back a couple days, meaning we're going to look at Monday and Tuesday because we didn't get a chance to look at price yesterday. I'm not going to say I'm going to go through the whole time frames on Monday and Tuesday, but we're just going to talk about Monday and Tuesday, right? So, last week, we spoke about how we had traded down on last week, Monday, and taken out this significant amount of sell-side liquidity, okay? What did the algorithm do when it took out that sell-side liquidity? Well, let's look and see, shall we? Right? We came down and took out the previous month's low, right? That is the low of February, right? We came down, swept February's low. We came down, swept a prior week's low. This is Monday, right? This right here is the low of the prior week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? So we swept a prior week's low. We swept the previous week's low. We swept the previous month's low, and we took out a much higher time frame low. Okay, so we came down and swept a significant amount of liquidity, and then we rallied all the way back up into our consolidation area where we had been respecting well. Who remember the PD array that we said we had been respecting during all of this sideways motion right here? Who can tell me that? Who's in the chat or inside the Zoom? Answer fast. Who's in the Zoom or in the chat that can tell me what PD array that we said we had been respecting for all this? For all this time? Who remember? Order block. Very good here to learn this, yeah. Very good. We had been respecting this down close candle from February the 5th. And we said since we had come down into a discount and taken liquidity, right? Where initially we just set relative equal lows. But we had come down into a discount and taken this liquidity here and traded back up and offered that opening price from February 5th. We said that we want to see this February 5th down close candle, see if it be used as a bullish order block on the intraday time frames, meaning have daily closures respect the mean threshold of that down close candle. Now, until we offer the opening price of February 3rd, these three down close candles are not technically an order block yet for this time frame. But using our analytical part of our brain, we're looking to see if the price is going to start to show us bullish respect for bullish order flow by respecting this as a bullish order block. And we see that that has been happening for a long time. Yes, we are in a sale program, but where are we in the sale program? We're down here in the discount, right? This is our highest high, and now this is our lowest low. Previously, that was our lowest low, and the latest expansion of this sale program right here, right? This was the highest high. This was the lowest low, right? We came up, took out liquidity, dropped down, took out liquidity. So this was the latest dealing range expansion leg inside this overall sale program / consolidation that we've been in for a really long time. And we just keep extending the sale program, right? But we're down here just engineering liquidity in the discount. But Tim, how do you know it's a discount? Because we take a Fibonacci tool and run it there. See, we're below 50%. Let me make that bigger for those who can't see. We're below 50% of the range. So we're down here in a discount of the dealing range, right? Then we made a lower low and we're still down here in the discount of the dealing range, okay? So we're down here just engineering liquidity, all right? And what do we know the algorithm to do whenever it breaks structure? It tends to go into a consolidation. So as price came down here and took out these lows here, right? We got us a matter of fact, right there is actually a bearish breaking market structure right there on the daily, because that swing low, right, that low took out those highs. So we trade back down below that low. That's technically a breaking market structure. But since that's internal liquidity to this bullish dealing range right here, right? We're looking at this as the true breaking market structure, because we've broken outside of this dealing range. External liquidity, trade it down, external liquidity, because we went from external to external, right? So a breaking market structure. So once we break market structure, Price has been right here at this bearish breaker, just engineering liquidity for a really, really, really long time. Now we have been in this same range from the breaking structure here on February the 4th up into today. We've been there for 28 trading days, right? So we're looking at 27, 28 trading days, which has been roughly 40 to 41 calendar days. So we have been there for a really long time, over a month, right? We've been there for over a month, just here, sitting here engineering liquidity. And once we came down last week on Monday, and we swept the liquid, because we was watching this, we said, will this remain a long-term low, right? All this time, that low was staying intact. Then we came down and swept that low, but what did we do? We traded right back up above mean threshold of that order block. So we swept liquidity, came right back into the range, respecting the order block, right? Then what did we do? For Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday last week, we sold back down, closed inside the rejection block, right? So we've come back down into more liquidity. Why do I say that? Because this is the lowest body that was created in this range, right? So this is the lowest close out of all of this range right here, right? This is the lowest close. Like if I put a horizontal line right there, and that right there, what is that? That's our order block. I'm using air quotes. That's what we want to see used as our order block, right? We got one more over there. We got one that's a little bit lower, right? So for the most recent price action, this is the lowest body, and then that's our lowest body of them all. So that's the lowest close period, right? So then we came over here and we set a new lowest close, right? So now we got a new close that's lower than my calibrated. I was a little off. I was thinking it was this one, but it was actually that one back there. But we got a new close down here inside of this rejection block, okay? And then what do we do once we created these down close candles, right? Remember what we said, every time we created consecutive down close candles, what do we do the next day? Close above mean threshold of that last down close candle. If we created one down close candle, the next day we close above mean threshold of that down close candle. Okay, so when we got over here, we created consecutive down close candles, and what we got that lower close and everything, what do we do? The next day we got below that new low close, right? Sweeping out the liquidity. And then we close where? Above mean threshold of that last down close candle, right? And traded all the way back up. We came right back up, wicked above mean threshold, then closed below it. Then today, right, we opened up, traded back down, right? Traded back down into that last down close candle. Then we traded all the way back up and closed just above mean threshold of that February 5th down close candle. So now we are still in the middle of the road. Yeah, I know y'all thought I was gonna say, oh, we moving outside there. Oh, we finna go out. Oh, what I said before. I said until we start getting displacement away from this range, right? Because we talked about it here. We said this candle there closed with the possibility of creating a SIBI that big. Right, we traded back up into the range. We did create a SIBI, right? But where is that SIBI created? Inside the range. So we're not looking at that as a fair value gap, because it's just a SIBI that's in the middle of this very efficiently delivered area, right? So we're not looking at it as a fair value gap. Right? It's just still inside this range of we're just engineering this liquidity, letting liquidity build up on both sides of the range, right? And we're just expanding the range. We was building up liquidity here and building up liquidity there. We took out the buy side, came down, took out the sell side. So now we got liquidity here and liquidity there, right? And then we came and took out the sell side, right? And now we've moved back into the range. So we got all this buy side up here that still hasn't been touched. And we've been showing signs of respecting bullish order flow and the discount of this bearish dealing range, right? What is the algorithm buys in a discount and sells in a premium, right? So we've been showing signs of respecting bullish order flow and the discount of this range, right? But we still haven't gotten any clues as to if we still haven't gotten any clues to let us know that if the algorithm wants to expand down or up. Why? Because here on this day when we expanded with the opportunity to create a city that's leaving this range, what do? Bounce back in and respect mean threshold of the last down close candle. And then the next day we move back into the middle of the road, right? Move right back to the middle of the road. And what do I mean the middle of the road, right? I'm going to borrow this from the order block and go to the highest high to the lowest low of our consolidation range. And you see there, that's the middle of the road. Let me fatten that up for those who can't see, right? Let me change the color of it too, just in case. Yeah. Y'all be like, Tim, which one you talk about? All right, let's go with orange. And we gonna use one color and go with the orange. That I do not like that. Let's go with the blue. Yeah, we'll go with the blue. All right. So right back in the middle of the road, inside our consolidation area. We are not leaving this area. We are not displacing. We are not like getting a pound. We are not tipping a hand. Right? The algorithm is doing nothing but consolidating inside the range. Tim, how does this help me? It lets you know a defined range, so it lets you know where you need to be trading in. So Tim, how can I use this? The way you can use this is, right? We know the highest high and we know the lowest low, correct? Yes, we do. So now that you know the highest high and the lowest low, go over here and put it in the fourth grade. Right? You come over here and put it in the fourth grade. Where's my 0.5? All right. And my 7.5. There it is. You put it in the fourth grade, right? And once you put it in the fourth grade, what are you looking for? You're looking for opportunities to trade where? At the bus stops. And notice, right? Y'all can see it just like I see it. Y'all see how I just put this in the fourth grade, right? So we made the high here. This is where we made the high. Here, over here on February 25th. We made the low over here on March the 9th. Okay, how do we align our Fibonacci tool once we make the high and the low, right? So once this candle rejected and came up here and closed, right, we align our Fibonacci tool, right? This is how we align our Fibonacci tool. We come here, right, and in our mind, we anchor it like this. This is how we anchor it from February 25th to March 9th, right, from the high to the low. And then in our mind, we look at it like this. And we say from March 9th forward, I'm looking for high probability trading opportunities at these bus stops right here, right? And anything that's above equilibrium, I'm looking for opportunities to sell. Anything that's below equilibrium, I'm looking for opportunities to buy. Where am I looking for it to buy? At these bus stops right here. And what did price do? Right? On this day, we traded up to that bus stop Went up there, created relative equal high, sold off. Again, traded up to that bus stop, sold off. Right, traded all the way down to this bus stop, closed there, opened up the next day, traded back up to that bus stop, and then we hung out there. Why are we hanging out there? Guess what? That's equilibrium. So it's just kind of giving you a which way do I go? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? What happens at equilibrium? Price tends to just it's holiday. Man, drop one of these. Y'all do me a favor, man. Hit a like for the algorithm, and if you ain't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. They say it ain't no algorithm. Somebody said it wasn't no algorithm. Man, let's drop down. Let's drop down into intraday time frame, man. Did y'all see what I saw? Did y'all see what I saw? Huh? Now that we on the intraday time frame, all right? Now that we on the intraday time frame, can somebody please explain to me what that PD array is right there at a quadrant level, right? What that PD array is right there at a quadrant level. What that PD array is right there at a quadrant level. What that PD array right there is at a quadrant level. Look, even here, what that PD array is right there at a quadrant level. What that PD array is right there at a quadrant level. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Man, I can't make this stuff up. I can't make this stuff up. All I did was map out the range and show you the range that we was in. If you got an algorithmic dealing range that you're looking at, and you understand how to use your tools and why you anchored it to what you anchored it, and not just saying, oh, somebody told me to look at the 62% and the 31%, and then somebody said look at the different. Why are you anchoring it in what you're looking for? That's what you want to know. All right. Let's look at when did we open up the week? Yesterday. Let's look at our new week opening gap. What was yesterday? The 16th. All right, this is where we opened up the week right here. All right. So, looking at yesterday, we had a gap down, right? And that gap down at 6 gave us our daily low, right? We didn't go, these hourly candles, by the way, we didn't go any lower than that 6 o'clock low. We opened up down here, made a quick pop down, giving us the daily low. Then we rallied up, taking out that high, right? Taking out that high. When we offered the price of this 3 p.m. candle right there, that gave us our change in the state of delivery on this time frame right here, right? We're looking at hourly time frame. So on this time frame, that gave us our change in the state of delivery right there inside this bullish order block right here. These 2 consecutive down close candles. Traded into that order block, respected it, and we came up here, just kind of consolidated, you know what I'm saying, all the way over there throughout the London, right? Throughout the London. Then at 6 o'clock, we started to push up, right? Came up here, traded into that 9 a.m. Sibby, right? If y'all remember yesterday, right? Gang. Gang. Who remember what I said about this 9 a.m. Sibby yesterday when we was doing our pre-market analysis? Why did I tell y'all I was watching that 9 a.m. Sibby right there? Who can remember? Who was on the call and remember why I said I was watching that? And I gave specific reasons why I was watching that 9 a.m. Sibby. And it wasn't the obvious of that was the first one in the displacement coming out of there, right? Had something to do with time. Who remember? Don't nobody want to talk. Don't nobody want to talk. Y'all done hurt my feelings. Y'all done hurt my feelings. My feelings are hurt. My feelings are hurt. Empire Trading say he back. Empire Trading said he's back. I'm sad now. Don't nobody wanna talk to me. There you go. There you go, Tish. Tish just saved the live stream, y'all. Tish just saved the live stream. Tish just saved it. All right. Very good, Tish. Y'all give it up for Tish. Hey, hold on. Hey, y'all hold up. I gotta fix this. Something going on with my stream deck. There it goes. There you go. Oh, okay. There you go. All right. I had to get my stream. My stream deck was cutting off on me. It wasn't all right. Okay. All right, y'all get up for Tish, man. There you go. So, now, when you're watching PD arrays, when I'm watching PD arrays, right? When I'm watching PD arrays, if I see a algorithmic signature of a PD array, meaning this is the first SIBI, first imbalance, first fair, I'm not talking to you, Siri, first imbalance, first fair value gap with displacement leaving this area, right? That's already on my radar, because since it's the first, okay, as long as I'm below it, I'm anticipating it to act as resistance. And then when I get back above it, I'm anticipating it to act as an inversion fair value gap, meaning be support, okay? And it was made at 9 a.m., right? During a New York morning session. So as we begin a new New York morning session, and we haven't touched that during this New York morning session yet, right? I'm looking at that as a high probability area to act as resistance, because we're in a sell program, it's in a premium, and it's the first fair value gap that was created in this displacement. And it's at the same time, right? As you see, it was created at 9 a.m. We're trading into it at 9 a.m. That's not an accident. So I'm anticipating this to act as resistance. We talked about that yesterday on the live stream, and looky who stole the cookie. This 9 a.m. candle traded up into this 9 a.m. SIBI right here, right? And if we look at that 9 a.m. SIBI, we can see, God dog it. If we look at this 9 a.m. SIBI right here, we can see that 9 a.m. SIBI, the high of that SIBI is 25,018 3/4, right? The high of this 9 a.m. candle right here is 25,017 1/2. So that's 1 1/4 points shy of the high of that SIBI right there. So we went all the way up, right? And fell 1 1/4 points shy of that SIBI. If we look over here, right, we have this bullish fair value gap right here, right? We got this bullish fair value gap with a volume imbalance on the top of it, right? The low of this volume imbalance, right, is 25,018 even, right? So we fell a half a point shy of the volume imbalance, right? So we got a confluence of PD arrays right up in here that should act as resistance, right? Our complete fair value gap is there, right? Our complete inefficiency. Our complete inefficiency is here, right? Our volume imbalance is there. Our SIBI is here. So we got a confluence of PD arrays that's right here in this area that should act as resistance. Okay? We trade up into it. And where does it send price? All the way down, back down below the lower quadrant of our range, our dealing range, right? The dealing range, the consolidation area that we've been looking at, the range that we've been stuck in, right? So it sends us all the way back down to below that dealing range. And what do we do when we go below that lower quadrant? We swept out the low-hanging fruit, right? Meaning we expanded down and retraced back up, swept the low-hanging fruit, and then we came over here and swept the sell side liquidity that was resting over here below this December 9th 9 a.m. candle, right? So we traded up into the 9 a.m. SIBI, traded down, right? And we traded below the 9 a.m. Order block there, right? Once we traded down here on this, did we get it on that? We came close to it on there, but we ended up getting it. We ran out of time, and we ended up getting it here because we closed all the way on the low there. End up getting it there. So, traded back up into that SIBI that we spoke about, and we came down. Now, coming over here into today, right? Coming over here that we came into today, we, no, that was, this right here that was Friday. So that was Friday I think that was Friday was talking about that. Yeah, that was Friday was talking about that. And then we came over here into, this is today's trading. Yeah, that was Friday when we was talking about that over there, not yesterday. So Friday during the pre-market analysis. So then we had Monday, right? Opened up the beginning of the week, traded up, right? Came all the way back up here and traded back up into that same SIBI today. Monday, we just traded back up into this SIBI from Friday, right? This 10 a.m. SIBI from Friday right there. Okay, if we notice, this 10 a.m. SIBI from Friday, that's the first SIBI that was created on this expansion down right there. Okay, so let's look at that. Come here. Okay, that's our SIBI there. No volume imbalance there. All right, so we trade back up into, right, the first SIBI right there during the London here. Boop, we hit it right there at this little area where we're engineering liquidity, we're consolidating here, right? And we drop down there, right? Make the London low here. Then at 6, we displace up and we close above consequent encroachment, right? Then on the 7 o'clock hour, we move up and we close above that SIBI. All right. Once we close above that SIBI, we never come back down into it, right? We trade up here at the 8 o'clock hour, right? 9 o'clock hour, 10 o'clock hour, we drop down below the 9 o'clock low, but we never touch it, right? 11 o'clock hour, 12 o'clock hour, right? Never touch it for the rest of the day. Never come back down to it. Totally respecting it for the rest of the day. Not showing a willingness to trade down into that inversion fair value gap. So again, we see it here. It's in the premium of this move, right? Once we come down and take out the liquidity, what does this do? Right? Once we come down and we take out the liquidity, right? We sweep the liquidity, we rally back up and close back above it, right? And never show a willingness to go down below it. All right? So that's showing strength. That's showing signs of respecting bullish order flow, just like we've been talking the whole time before. All right? And where are we? Right there at the middle of the road, right? See? Right? Those are our quadrant levels. Right there at the middle of the road, right? At equilibrium, not showing a willingness to go down. Then we pop up above the liquidity, right? Remember, that's the first one in the move down. Trade back down. What do we trade back down to? Into the first BISI that was created on this displacement up right there. So as we displaced up, created that first BISI right there on that 6 a.m. candle from this morning, right? After taking out buy side, right? We traded down, came back down into that BISI. Yes, here we closed below consequent encroachment, traded down into the order block with an indecision candle, and then we traded back up, closed just above consequent encroachment, another indecision candle, then we rallied up and closed well above the BISI, right? Closing back above that first SIBI that we created the inversion fair value gap there. Then we came back down into it and used it as support, right? Once we got back above midnight, we was down here engineering liquidity below midnight, got back above midnight, used it as support, and rallied up and took out the buy side from the previous day. All right, took out the buy side from the previous day. And not only did we trade back down into that first, this retracement back down gave us a retracement where? Into the discount of yesterday's range. All right. Into the discount of yesterday's range. There's the lowest low and the highest high of yesterday. So that pullback came into a discount into the order block, and we rallied back up and took out the buy side again, showing a respect for bullish order flow in the midst of this overall downtrend, bearish order flow, whatever you want to call it. But we're working inside the confines of our range, our defined consolidation, right? But we're looking at it as our dealing range because we've been confined in this consolidation for a really long time. So this is our dealing range that we're working in, and we're using our knowledge of the magical Fibonacci tool to show us areas of high probability trade setups. And what do y'all notice about when prices coming down and prices going up? Did y'all notice that the down moves start at the quadrants and the up moves start at the quadrants, right? Even here, even inside this range of the day, that's a quadrant level of this right here, right? All the moves, there's a fair value gap at that quadrant. All the moves are happening at these bus stops. you might want to get on the Double Dutch bus. Y'all drop on the cool bars for the algorithm, man. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all do. Hit a like for the algorithm. And if you ain't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. RG Cutter said, what indicator is that? You must be new here. We don't use any indicators. We don't use any indicator. This ain't nothing but a magical Fibonacci tool. For those who don't know what a magical Fibonacci tool is, it's just they call it a Fibonacci retracement tool. But I call it the magical Fibonacci tool. All right? We don't use any indicators. All we do is trade price action. We look for the clues that the algorithm leaves us. Yeah, welcome. Welcome. Hey, y'all give it up for RG Cutter. That's a mean little name. Y'all give it up for RG Cutter. Drop one of clues bomb for RG Cutter, man. Y'all say, yeah, the Amazon indicator. We get them for $99.99 off Amazon. You can get you one too. Nah, but we don't use any indicators. We just trade price action and look for the clues that the algorithm presents for us. All right. Hey, I don't see enough people shouting out RG Cutter, and y'all making me look bad out here. Y'all better say something to RG Cutter. Y'all better say something to RG Cutter. Y'all embarrassing me out here in front of people. Y'all know how I get. Y'all know how I get. Money Man, who is Money Man Will? He said, what's good game? Hold up now. I know I ain't tripping. Hey, RG Cutter. Don't be retracting those statements. Say it with your chest. Don't retract no statements. Hey, Money Man Will, you said, what's up, gang? Like you've been here before. I don't know that name. Money Man Will. I don't know that name. Hey, let's we're just gonna drop down to the 1 minute time frame. Yeah, we're gonna drop down to the 1 minute time frame and just look at price for the day. See what price for the day did. And we just gonna look at the New York session. As y'all can see, Lil Timmy Rogers was in here taking some trades today because I got, stuff left on the screen that I was messing with. As y'all can see, I had some buy side marked out up there that we never got to, right? I had, I didn't have this marked out. What is this? What is this right here? Wait a minute. I guess I did have that marked out. Oh, I did. I did have that marked out. I'm tweaking. Why does it look fun? Oh, I know why it looked funny. Because when I was watching price, I couldn't see it. I was watching price like this. See, when I'm over here looking at price. See, when I'm over there looking at price, I couldn't see that right there. I couldn't see that down there. That's what I'm like, I didn't mark that out. What is that? Okay, so y'all can see what I was looking at on my chart for the day. Okay. Y'all can see what I was looking at on the chart for the day. We got this hourly Sibby down here. We got this hourly Bissy down here. We got our first presentation fair value gap up here. We got this hourly Sibby there. That's the hourly Sibby from way back when, right? The one we was talking about last week. This was like the 9 o'clock from last week. This one right here, I think it was like 10 o'clock from sometime, right? Those are this 10 o'clock Sibby there from Friday, and then the 9 o'clock Sibby from Thursday, and then that Bissy there, right? All of those first, right? All the first. Remember, looking for this to act as an inversion because we had got back above it. Looking for this to act as a just a bullish fair value gap because this first time we traded back down into it. And then looking to see if this wants to continue to act as resistance, or will it yield and become an inversion? And seeing how this was appearing to be a smart money reversal. Why do I say that it was appearing to be a smart money reversal? Who think they knows? It has something to do with this. Who thinks they know why I'm saying that appears to be a smart money reversal? What makes me think that that's the smart money reversal? God dog it. Why this is acting stupid? Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me.
Broke market structure.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. I'm telling y'all right now, if ain't nothing on my charts when I come back, I'm just ending the stream, because every time I get to cooking, my trading view go to crashing. All right. So, all right, 60-minute time frame before we go back down to the 1. All right. If we see here, price came down to a discount, right? We already said what we did here when we closed there below the low down there. We had swept higher time frame liquidity based off the bodies, right? Based off the bodies. This right here was the close of Friday. Let me jump back up real quick. I know we on the intraday time frame. I just want to jump back up to show it to the people that don't understand it. We got a couple new people in here. Shout out RG Cutter, right? I'm going to run this line over here like that, right? Make the line fat. Boom. See this here. You say, Tim, we didn't sweep any liquidity with that close. We're not below those wicks. Nepa! When you're looking at price, folks with big money. Hold on, man. See somebody text me. Oh, that's you. Oh, don't be changing your name, man. Don't be changing your name. You hear me? All right, so if you go to your chart type, all right, think about it. While you're looking at candles, you're thinking this is the lowest low right there. That's the second lowest low. You're not wrong. But if you go to a line chart, and the way they historically display line charts are on the close. So if you come to your line chart, right, that's the lowest low of all of this over here. And we just came down and made a new low when that candle closed down there. That's what I was talking about there. We came down and swept liquidity and made a new low right there. That's what I was talking about. Excuse me. That's what I was talking about when I said we had dropped down on that date and swept the liquidity. All right. So back to the 60-minute real quick. We dropped down. We did not get our eagle on. Right. We dropped down and we came down to, where did that line go? Get out of there. Okay. So we dropped down here. We closed there. That's when we dropped down to the liquidity. Right. We opened up here. Now we've taken liquidity and we rallied up here. Then we pulled back. Right. We traded above here, giving us a breaking structure. Right. We pulled back there. Right. And then we rallied up and took out that high. Since we traded up, pulled back a little bit, then rallied up and took out that high. Now, this was looking like the smart money reversal. This right here was looking like our low risk buy. And once we took out that high, right, that gave us the confirmation of yes, low risk buy, yes, smart money reversal. We're on the right side of a market maker buy model. right? That's why I had that high marked out and these support PD arrays marked out, and with the anticipation of this giving up the ghost and becoming an inversion to engage that buy side liquidity, right? Do we have to get there? No, we don't. But you always want to have a plan for why and how, or how and why and when I'm going to engage with price. All right? Got it. Now, back to the 1 minute time frame. Looking at us after 9:30, right? So at 9:30, we come in. As we see here, this is our new day open. This is our opening range gap from today. At 9:30, we open up and we drop down. We still don't get our eagle on. We trade below this 916 low into the 913 order block. And then we get a bam! Shot back up. If you were not waiting here at this order block, right? If you did not trade based off of retracing back down into this wick, you did not get an opportunity to participate in this run up right here. Right? This run up, nothing could stop me. I'm all the way up. Right? Until we got up here, and then I did a little trading up in here off of some sub 1 minute stuff right here when we were consolidating in this area there, right? I traded moving out of this range on a sub 1 minute chart because why? Price had displaced away, right? We had created our first presentation fair value gap, and we were respecting the upper quadrant, right? Tim, what are you talking about? Well, let me show you. All right, so if we come from there, bring it down to here, right? This is consequent encroachment of our first presentation fair value gap, right? We're in a buy program, short-term buy program here, right? So for overnight, right, this is where price started. Where do we start at? Tuesday here. This is where price started right here. We traded down, right? Then we came up, breaking market structure, right here. Breaking market structure, rallied up, formed more structure there, rallied up, right? 930 open, came up, started forming more structure here. So we're in a buy program and price is pretty much trending, right? We're not getting deep retracements, right? We expanded, created more structure, expanded, created more structure, quick wick down, expanded, created more structure there. So based off what price was doing, looking as if it wanted to try to be a trend day, right? Now I'm looking at my first presentation fair value gap, right? And if I put my first presentation fair value gap, if I put it in the fourth grade, right? You can put it in the fourth grade, boop, right there. See that upper quadrant? Remember what I told you? We were respecting that upper quadrant right there, right? Wicks do the damage, bodies are telling the story, right? We came down, we came down here after we created it. We came down here, closed very close to it. Next candle did not take out the low, rallied off of it, right? Pyong, made a new high, traded down again, did not take off the low, closed near it. Next candle traded down, did not take off the low, pyong, rallied again, right? So then we came back into it. What'd you notice here? Look here. What are we doing right here? What are we doing right here? Oh, let me give you a clearer view. You can do it one of two ways, right? You can either get you another Fibonacci, right? And put this upper quadrant, right, that we're staying inside. See how we stand inside this upper quadrant? You can get another Fibonacci and put this upper quadrant in the fourth grade, right? Like that. And you say, look, we're respecting the upper quadrant of that. Or You could just put the overall thing in the 8th grade and say, look, we're failing to get to that upper octet or whatever Michael calls it, right? And that's showing strength. So when you go in, let me chop some of this off right here. So when you go in and you look at sub 1 minute charts, like I was doing here, right? Now I'm looking at a 15-minute chart right here, right? And what do you see right here? Okay, I mean 15-second chart, I'm sorry. What do y'all see right here? Right, what is that there? That's the first SIBI that we created when we traded down, right, and took out that sell side. Remember we said did not take out that low, did not take out that low, traded back down, did not take out that low, and created that. Once we came back above it, right, now that what we have right here, I'm buying that SIBI, right, that inversion fair value gap to take me back up, right? Buying that to take it back up. That is what I mean when I said I did some trading on a sub 1 minute to get in on that move, because of everything we had done before and what we were doing at this first presentation fair value gap, right? I'm tired of talking, man. I'm tired of talking. If y'all can't see it, you just can't see it. Do me a favor, man. Hit a like for the algorithm. And if you ain't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, man. Who got some questions for me before I end it? Do anybody got any questions for me? Somebody said, let him cook.
Yeah, tell me he was cooking today.
Y'all shout out my dog Seawalk, man. Shout out my dog Seawalk. Hey, man. If y'all feel so inclined to feel like y'all want to try y'all hand at prop firms, I got a code down there for Apex. I appreciate if y'all use it. Apex, they got 85% off right now of their core plans. They got it where you can pick end of day drawdown or intraday drawdown. The intraday drawdowns are cheaper right now. For an intraday 50K, it's like $19.70 for an eval, and then it's not recurring anymore. So when you buy it, you got 30 days to pass it. If you don't pass it in 30 days, you got to buy another one, right? There's no reoccurring billing. You got 30 days to pass it. And once you pass it for the intraday, it's $79 for the activation fee. And if you pass it for the end of day drawdown, it's $99 for the activation fee. So me personally, I like the intraday trailing drawdown because that's what I'm used to, and it's cheaper. And they changed up like the payout rules and stuff like that, but this ain't no Apex ad. So I appreciate you. Go ahead and tap in with me, man. Tap in. We here. I try to be here every night at 6 o'clock to do the price action recap, right? Inside the gang, we do we got a monthly Q&A. We got tape reading every Wednesday. We got the pre-market analysis every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we just be having pop-up sessions too. I ain't had a lot of time to do pop-ups lately because life been lifing and I've been busy. So I ain't been doing a lot of pop-ups lately. I Jolly Pies gang. I know y'all missed the pop-ups, but I've been busy. The events of Super Dad don't stop. But hey man, hopefully y'all got something out of this, man. Tomorrow, what's tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Wednesday? What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday. So, gang, we got tape reading in the morning. I think tomorrow is FOMC. Tomorrow is a very low expectation day. Tomorrow is a very low expectation day. Tomorrow is FOMC and it's PPI, I think. All right, so tomorrow, so we got some delayed data from PPI, right? It's delayed data from PPI, meaning back when the government was shut down, they weren't able to get all the data out. So we got delayed data from PPI, and then we got FOMC in the afternoon. We know typically the day of FOMC, the morning session usually be Tridash Basura. It usually be Basura. So low expectations in the morning for price action. Speaking in the morning for price action, who volunteering to do the tape reading tomorrow? We said in 2026 that somebody was going to be volunteering to read the tape, and ain't nothing but one person volunteered at the beginning of the year. It's been radio silent since then. Ain't nobody been volunteering to read the tape. Yolanda the only, matter of fact, both times last year, Yolanda the only one that read the tape last year, and then she came back and was the only one to read the tape this year. Yolanda been the only one to volunteer to read the tape. Y'all gotta tighten up. But I ain't gonna preach. I ain't gonna preach.
Hey Tim, I've been on vacation, but give me a couple of days, man. I'll do what.
You got more excuses than Joe going to jail. Rhonda did it like a long time ago. Was that Rhonda? I thought it was Yolanda. That was Rhonda.
She did a hell of a job. She did a hell of a job when she did it.
Oh yeah, she killed it. If that was Rhonda, I jollipize Rhonda for taking your thunder. But I thought that was Yolanda both times. Anyway, that's all I got, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. Hopefully y'all got something out of this. Rhonda said next week she'll do it next week. That's it, man. Gang, I'll see y'all in the morning at 9 o'clock for the tape reading session. Everybody else, I'll see y'all. Rhonda said she did it like 2 years ago. Yeah, so that was Yolanda I'm thinking about. Yolanda did it twice. Yeah, Rhonda said she did it 2 years ago. So, yeah. Yolanda did it twice. Yolanda did it twice. But everybody else, I see you at 6 tomorrow, hopefully, if life don't start lifing. Y'all shout out RG Cutter for pulling up, hanging out with us today. Y'all shout out Will for pulling up with a new name. Drop one of Cruz balls for Kashaya. We ain't seen Kashaya in a minute. And then y'all make sure y'all go support my sister, Rhonda Green. Go buy her books. This right here, hard copy. Get the questions before the first date. I don't remember. What's the name of it, Rhonda? Some about questions before the first date. No, this in my hand. No, before the butterflies. Yeah, this the date. This 40 questions for the first date, but the other one is before the butterflies, right? What to do before you get into that butterfly stage, before you start getting, you know what I'm saying? Love dumb. And she still ain't telling me what state she was licensed as a real estate agent in, so I don't know. I'm starting to look at her sideways about that because she ain't told me what state she licensed in. When I asked her what state she was licensed in, it got radio silent. It went radio silent. Hey, man, if this first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, allow me to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in, I still want to say welcome. Do me a favor, hit a like for the algorithm and subscribe if you ain't subscribed. And until the next time I decide to get on Algo's internet and share my thoughts on this thing that we call price action, it's your boy Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., a.k.a. Aranya Grande. That just mean big spot if you know hablo español. Y'all be safe out here in these trading streets, man. Gone.